The King of War's Revelation about War and Peace, Part 7 of 7 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on June 10th, 2024.
So he's just been released, and look.
Good night, baby. Have wonderful dreams. Heaven love you, and I love you. Okay, finally, there's good news I want to tell you. You remember the story of the black magic woman, yes? That use, this karma gap, bad magic to harm me. Yeah, even though she did not succeed in killing me, she did some harm. My intestine has been wounded by this special witchcraft, and it has been injured for many months after I told you about that. It's just like somebody shoots you, with a gun or something, but it just passed you by, it didn't go into your vital organs to kill you. It just maybe passed by, and it probably still can hurt you when it's near that organ. So similarly, my intestine was wounded, and I thought it would be okay after a while, because the wound doesn't cause much pain, It's differently done. So I just let it be. I thought, after a while, it will be okay. Because the wound is not big. It's about maybe 1/3 of your middle finger size, yeah? So it's not all that big. I thought I would have enough power to cure it. Because I'm also busy, I can't just sit there thinking of that little wound. So I kept doing all my other things. It's too busy, outside work, inside work, business, meditation, and all kinds of things that happen, every day of your life. Same with me, yeah? Even if I'm in retreat, things can still seep in if the world karma is too heavily laden at one time or another. It's always kept me busy. So I even forgot all about the wound, the injury. Until some months later, maybe about 4 months ago, it began to trouble me. But I also forgot all about the karma gap, bad magic. I thought it's just world karma as a whole, Because every time I asked something, they always told me it's a world karma. So I just took it for granted like that. I didn't even ask anymore. Because I'm also very busy, that, very busy. Every minute, every second of my life nowadays is quite busy like that. So I forgot also about the wound in my intestine, and it was becoming more and more troublesome. It caused trouble for the stomach. Only in recent days, then I was told, thankfully, that the intestine has a wound, and the wound feeds the stomach with discharge. That's why the stomach had a problem. But I didn't think much because just some pain and a lot of bubbling. But I didn't feel too much dragged down. I didn't feel like unhealthy or sick or anything. I was still doing all my work. Until recently, when I was told like that. So then I knew what to do. I remembered that. And it has become better now. Thank you to God's grace and all the protecting power. And I asked that source of information, why didn't you tell me earlier? Huh? Then I could have been more comfortable and the wound wouldn't have had to be there all this time. What if the wound had broken my intestine and then I would have had to go to the hospital? I can't do it now. I'm in retreat. So I was told, oh, it was a work karma that not allowed to. I say, again and again. All right. And I even know some home remedies to take care of stomach problem and injury, but I didn't even remember that until recently when I was told that I have a wound in there and the stomach has been fed with a discharge. You know, the intestines injury fits into the stomach, what is called discharge. That is their exact word. Because I didn't think about that. I didn't know about that. I didn't know that the wound in the intestine could fit discharge into the stomach and make stomach problems. All kinds of things happen, difficult digestion, bloating, heavy stomach that you could feel like somebody put some stones in your stomach and you have to walk around with it. And even when I knew all that, I did not ask for help. I was just too busy to think. And it's not because of busy things, but it's the karma that forces you to behave like that you don't understand. That you will forget. Even though you can heal yourself, you forget. Even if you have a healing medicine, you would forget. So karma is a terrible thing. That's what I want to tell you through this story. And I even asked God if I'm allowed to tell you. Because some suffering, some pain, or some sorrow, I'm not always allowed to tell you or anyone, okay? I'm glad I could tell you this so that you can be more aware of the force of karma, of your own individual karma as well as the surrounding karma and the karma of the world. Sometimes I take people with me, like some attendant, and normally he behaves very well until we stay somewhere together with some other disciples even, and she becomes different, completely different. Like she doesn't cook for me, she doesn't do anything, just stay in the room all day long, with the excuse of meditating. Fine. Finally, I have to stop my work and go cook for myself and for her when she comes in. So every day like that, for at least almost 2 months till we moved away. Every day I cook. She does nothing. And she came in 8, late, 6, 7, 8. Then I had to remind her to be well, to be warm and all that stuff. I don't mind. It's just I thought that it was the work karma that made her do that way. But later, heaven told me it's not. I said, then why does she behave like that? And they told me that, what's the word they say to me? I just want to quote exactly, but sometimes I forget. It was long ago. It's past already, I don't remember. Okay, I forgot the exact word, but the meaning is that the person next to me in the next room who followed me, and was supposed to help me, didn't do it because she was infected by the karma of the other two, whose house I paid rent to stay in. So karma is a scary thing. And now you understand why many yogis, many spiritual practitioners went away to far away places, Himalayan peaks or end of the Himalayan mountains where nobody ever can come up, like Gamok in the Himalayas, where it's snow all year round. And even in summer, the snow is so thick, nobody can go up. Until maybe when the army goes and clears all the roads in the Himalayas so the pilgrims can come. Then people come up and bring food for the yogis or the spiritual practitioners over there in that remote mountain of the Himalayas. And they would receive food maybe during all that time and some dry food, to keep for 6 months when all the snow is impenetrable in that Himalayan region. I went through much of that area after the army cleared the snow, because it's such a thick snow that on both sides it's still like walls, very high walls, 3-4 meters high. Only snow and ice on both sides of the path where the pilgrims can go. So karma is truly a terrible thing. Sometimes you go out to work or do something or meet somebody and suddenly you feel different. You feel aggressive. You feel uncomfortable. You feel sick or you vomit. You get a headache. Anything like that is not always because of your karma, but because you are infected by the karma next to you. Or even some disciples, when they watch TV outside the TV, then they get headaches all the time, anytime. If they don't watch a TV anymore, then they're free of headaches. So if you have some sickness that comes suddenly or something provokes it, you pay attention and avoid that situation, avoid watching that show or meeting those people. If you can, absolutely avoid it. Okay, by the way, just to tell you. There are so many things I can tell you or I cannot tell you. But I'm also very busy to talk to you every day. It's not the same situation now. In retreat, I have to do a lot of inside work, more important even than the Supreme Master TV work, but I have to do both. So if I don't talk to you for a long time, please understand, I never neglect you inside. I'm always with you. God permits me that grace. So please don't worry, okay? We're always together. God made us together. God is pleased that we are together and that you cooperate with me under God's will so we can make our lives better, our relatives and friends' lives better, our loved ones better, and the whole world better in our little humble effort, okay? We thank God for allowing us to do that. So don't pray too much for anything, just pray that God's will be done and that you will always be able to do God's work and that you never forget God. Pray God, only that you will not forget God and always think of God, miss God, love God, long to be with God. And pray that God never forgets you also. God doesn't. It's just that if we obstruct ourselves with some unrighteous deeds or some wrong concept or wrong thinking, then we block ourselves from God's presence and we will not feel God's presence and love. But God never stops loving us. God never forgets us. Just pray that you don't forget God. All right, my love? Okay, then I guess that's it for now. I have to go and do some other work. Also, Supreme Master television work is still waiting. I will talk to you another time, yeah? All my love to you, all of you, disciples or non-disciples, and all beings on this planet and everywhere I can reach. My God bless me to continue to do that. My God bless you abundantly every nanosecond of your life and all your loved ones to be blessed that way, and that all of you and your loved ones and all beings would never forget God. That's what I wish. Thank you very much. Amen. Dear God, we love you. We ask for forgiveness and for your guidance at all times so that we know what's the right thing to do for others. Well, of course, for ourselves also. Amen.
Remember God, you are divine. Have a good night. Remember God.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.